With our centering song, Inner Peace. Please let me feel inner peace from the center, at the center. Inner peace from the center, at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing of love, love. My heart is open, I am aware. Please let me feel inner peace at the center, from the center of me.
Good morning. Thank you, Kate, Ryan, thank you so much. And a very, very warm welcome. My name is Pam Migliosi. I'm thrilled to be with you here this morning. I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And it is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you. And we're going to begin today with our invocation by our practitioner of the day, Mary Russell.
God is. That is a complete statement. God is. God is the eternal, all-inclusive energy that has created everything out of itself. Therefore, I know I am an emanation of the one all-inclusive energy. I know I have access to everything it has put forth in my life. It's wonderful, and as I know this myself, I know this for each and every one of you here and online and around the world. You are perfect emanations of God right here and right now. You have access to everything that God put forth. There's a glitch, you're right. What do you have to do to get it? You have to turn to God and recognize and say, yes, God, I want my good. And I do believe, and I declare this very moment, we are all here with open hearts, open minds, ready to say yes, ready to turn to God and say, yes, I want my good. And the good is here. The good is in the sermon of our wonderful practitioner speaker today, Laura Garrett. It's in the music of Kate and the handsome men that work with her. It's all around. It's also in the community, in the love and the camaraderie of everyone here. We interact, we recognize our oneness, we are alive, awake, and aware, and I say, let's get to it, and so it is. Do
we love our Mary, or do we love our Mary? I am so blessed because Mary and I went through practitioner training together, and oh, what a joy, and what a beautiful, beautiful spirit. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. So once again, welcome. We're so happy that you are with us today. The Center for Spiritual Living here in Temecula Valley is a welcoming, all-inclusive, spiritual community. Everyone is welcome. Whatever path you're on in life, you're welcome here today. Thank you. And if this is your first time today, a warm welcome. Thank you so much for visiting us, and we're confident that we're going to have the pleasure to have you back Sunday after Sunday to be with us. So, I also want to welcome those of you online. Alana is our host, our Facebook host today. So please, those of you online, thank you for being here, and be sure and put your comments in the chat because we love hearing from you. And as Mary said, we have a very, very special guest speaker this morning, our own practitioner, Laura Garrett. But before that, this is the first Sunday of the month, so I think we need to bring our birthday king up here to have our birthdays. Please join me in welcoming our very own Reverend Michael Sands.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing? I'm doing good too. Slowly but surely, I'm doing good. But are there any August babies here?
Of course.
Yeah, please stand up. Okay, is everybody ready to sing happy birthday? Yes. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday on Fridays. Happy birthday to you. And many more, of course. So thank you for being here, and I want to welcome all of the September babies to come here in September, the first week in September, so I can do my job, okay?
Thank you, Reverend Michael, and happy birthday to all of the August babies. Thank you. And now we're going to have our first feature song of the day with our wonderful Kate, Jim, and Ryan. Thank you so much.
We got a new song for August. Woo. You guys gonna stand up? Woo. Ready. Oh yeah. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, rise with the rising sun. Three little birds, it's by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Another time. Yes, every little thing is gonna be alright. One more time. Yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. You know it's gonna be alright. You know it.
Thank you so much. And boy, what a way to begin the first Sunday in August. Everything is going to be all right. Love it. Love it. Well, I have the pleasure of introducing our amazing speaker today, Laura Garrett. And, oh, sorry. You got out of order, Mary. I'm so glad you're still here. Mary?
Take a breath.
Would you please do our spiritual reading?
See, you're all done.
Oh my gosh. Hey, we're all out of order today. I'm stepping out of the road most traveled and I'm going to the road that's hardly ever traveled. And this reading is a reading that I learned many, many years ago, back in the 60s. I was always someone that was looking to find more to life than a house, a baby, and being married at 23. There must be more to life than this. So I went and I started looking at all the different places, Spiritualist Church, the whatever, the ESP Club, and also I studied astrology for 3 years with a wonderful woman, and I don't know if any of you study astrology, but she was an astrologer back in Boston. Her name was Isabel Hickey. She wrote 2 books. She wrote this great book. You can look at it afterwards. It's all about astrology and cosmic science. She was really a spiritual teacher. And she also wrote this one, It Is All Right. Isn't that an appropriate title for us today? So I really looked for something from Ernest Holmes and whatever, and I couldn't find anything. I picked up this book and I opened it to this page. I don't know if you'll get it, but if you don't, maybe you'll read it to yourself after this service and you'll get it then. So let me read this to you, what Isabel Hickey said back in the 60s. We're all one and we're the same thing over and over. Here we go. Put your glasses on. Okay. We'll laugh. This is chapter 29, Along the Way. A letter from Thomas Hamlin, a spiritual giant in England, gave me much light. I shut it on. It's on.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay, let me begin again. A letter from Thomas Hamlin, a spiritual giant in England, gave me much light. Long ago, he wrote to a troubled reader, "You will notice that I did not pray that the trouble will be removed in order that you may have peace of mind. I pray that you have peace of mind in spite of the trouble, and that you may enter into God's peace so that you do not care what happens or what becomes of you. When you have reached this point, I know all will be well with you in every way and in the highest and best way of all. If we could only realize that everything that happens to us has deep meaning. Everything we have disliked, evaded, or failed to accept and to meet in the past, whether this life or the past one, returns to us again and again until the lesson is learned and is not needed again. We are born into families where we have debts to pay, adjustments to make, and lessons to learn. We are faced with weaknesses that need to be strengthened, as well as lessons that need to be learned. If we accept these lessons, then we grow spiritually. We grow beyond blaming others for the way they treat us, beyond the disappointments, beyond the hurts. We try to fully understand and to change our reactions when we know in our hearts rather than in our heads that everything that happens to us is something we have also done to others. Our reactions will be completely different, and then we will be set free, and so it is.
Thank you, Mary. Sorry, I got a little off my script here. But now I'm going to introduce Laura. So, Laura Garrett joined the Center for Spiritual Living in Temecula Valley in 2011. She went through all the classes, took Practitioner 1, Practitioner 2 studies, and became a licensed practitioner in 2015. Today, Laura is a published writer, photographer, and artist. She enjoys camping adventures with her family, reading, continuing to study and learn, and she loves to garden. She also teaches classes. On a personal note, I had the pleasure of Laura's guidance and wisdom when I was going through Practitioner 2. Laura was my mentor, prayer partner, and she was so helpful as I was kind of struggling with how to frame things and how to get there. And she so wisely would say to me, "Pam, get out of your head and just get into your heart. It's going to be okay." And God is right there. And I remember that so well when we had our talks and our prayer calls. So I wanted to thank you. And I want to welcome Laura today for her talk.
Wow, that was a nice introduction. Let me get settled here. So, it's August. Is it hot enough out there for everyone? I'm telling you, August brings sweltering heat, but it also brings some beautiful, magnificent sunrises and sunsets. So, we can get to enjoy those after we've sat in our house trying to avoid the 116-degree heat outside. But I think August is also associated with the month that we start to get back into our routines and our regular schedules that we have. Maybe we've gone on vacations, taken time off. August is usually seen as that time that we take to get back into a routine. Well, I have a couple fun facts for you about August. Did you know that August was named after a major figure of the Roman ages? Yes. Augustus Caesar was the first Roman emperor and the grandnephew of Julius Caesar, who pretty much named July after himself. And the cool thing about Augustus is he brought lots of peace, and the energy that he brought created a new change. And he's associated with knowing to bring reform and infrastructure to the city, such as firefighters, which was needed and still is, as you know from the heat we're having. So, one other fact about August is it's the 8th month, and in numerology, it's a sacred month, because if you turn it on its side, it is the infinity symbol, and that infinity symbol represents peace and symmetry. So that's all I got for my August month. Sorry if I take a lot of drinks. My mouth is very dry because I'm nervous. So, why am I nervous? The thing is, I want to be here, and I am here, and I'm grateful for every second that I get to stand here and speak truth, because it's good, and it's to be shared. And I know truth inside of myself, and I know that it exists for everyone here the same. So it's a gift to be able to stand here and share that. When Charlene, I believe it was Charlene, I don't know how it all came about, but I was talking with Beth and Charlene about possibly speaking and doing the full speak, which I did 10-minute, which was okay. Wasn't too bad. I know I was nervous, but I pretty much felt like I just read the whole thing. And to me, I felt like there was no me in that talk. How can I bring me to the talk? Because I don't want to be Beth, I don't want to be Charlene, I don't want to be anybody but me. Authenticity is important, and it's what we teach here, because that's what makes us unique and different. So I started with saying yes. I said, yes, I'll do the talk in August. And I think this was maybe in June. I'm like, oh, it's a long way away. No worries, I got this, okay, God's got this. So I didn't really think too much about it, and then I got the information about what this talk was to be about, which basically Centers for Spiritual Living has a website for practitioners and ministers to go to, and it gives you all sorts of helpful hints, things to highlight. It really helps guide you. So I head over to the website. No, I didn't even head over. I think it was emailed to me. And I read just the first part of what othering was. And I went, oh man, what did I do? I want to be in some of those fun talks like Reverend Charlene has. The perfection of imperfection. That's me. I could talk about that all day and night. Well, othering? What the heck, man? So I went at the end of the month of June on a camping trip to South Carlsbad. And we go there quite frequently, and I just love it. It's so peaceful. And I don't know if you've been to that campground, but you got to walk down the stairs to go to the beach. It's a big deal to go down to the beach when you're my age, because you got to go back up. You know, and that's not always the easiest. And I always tell everybody, when we go into the beach, oh, we're probably going half an hour. I go, okay, bye, I'll see you there, because I have to take my time. So anyway, down on the beach, I had been doing a little chatting with God. And I'm like, Spirit, I believe 100%. You got this. I'm just going to step aside. You're going to show me what I'm going to do. So down on the beach, I'm just walking, la, 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 you know, enjoying. And I'm like, you know, waiting. What am I going to hear? And I'm just looking around, and I see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of rocks. And they're so pretty. And they're just sparkling. And I've never seen some of the colors of these rocks that I saw. And I heard multiplicity. And just that one word. And it just made me so excited. I looked down and I said, yes, it is multiplicity all around me. So I have to share with you these rocks that captured me. They look different in this light. And I have to say, when I picked them up and put them in my bag for later, I knew I'd probably use them for the story. I thought I had got an orange rock. And it was so, I kept thinking about that beautiful sparkly orange rock. And I pulled it out of my bag and it's green. I even took it and I put it in the water and to get the color back, and then I thought, no, I just need some oil. Put some oil on my rock, and it just made it even more beautiful green. I'm like, well, that is the way this is supposed to be. So I continued along, and then I said, look at that perfect circle. It's actually an imperfect circle if you really look at it. But the color in the water, if you can imagine, it was just pure black sparkle. So gorgeous. Couldn't even believe it. I'm just so happy. And then the last one I picked up, because I didn't want to be greedy, there's so many rocks there, but you know, was a kind of a brown marble looking rock. And it just caught my eye too. Picked it up, took my rocks, and went back to my campsite. So happy, showed everybody, I'm like, look what I got. I got these rocks. I'm going to take them. They're going to be part of my talk. It's going to be great. And I'm so excited. And then I sat down in a chair. And I said, thank you, Spirit. I needed to have that because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm sure you're going to show me. And then I'll understand. So I'm sitting in the chair. And if you've been to South Carlsbad Beach, you have a fence that just goes all the way across. And the bushes and everything. They put those there so people don't fall over, right? So I'm sitting in my chair, and all I see is this fence. I think I have, let's see how to do this. Yes? This is my view. And I'm like looking. I literally tried to look through one diamond. And I'm like, can't really see anything. I stood up. And look what I saw.
Yeah, beautiful.
So beautiful. And I was amazed at what I was seeing. And what I got from that is we just live in a world of beautiful, perfect multiplicity. Everyone has been given the honor of being here on earth right now with their own unique soul and individualized purpose. No two are alike. They all come together beautifully in multiplicity. So that's my beach. that started me off of thinking, okay, I got this. I trust, I believe, God's gonna give me everything I want. And then I decided I'm gonna sit down and try to put all this stuff together. And I wanted to have fun with this. I didn't want this to be something scary.
Yay.
That was my whole thing. And anytime something started feeling draggy or too hard for me to understand or feel like I could express, I just didn't. I just said yes to what said yes to me. And I will read this because I thought this was a very, very good explanation of what othering is, if you've never heard of it before, and I had not. What is othering? Centers for Spiritual Living says this: othering is a social phenomenon and a cognitive process in which individual groups or people are viewed, treated, or perceived as fundamentally different, separate, or alien from oneself or one's own group. It involves the creation of an us versus them dichotomy, establishing a sense of superior or inferiority based on perceived distance differences. Okay. Let me just say, othering also stems from the act of the human need to categorize things. That's a human need, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is important not to make ourselves feel, or our communities feel, wrong for doing it. Rather, it's important to look at it from maybe a different angle. Open yourself up to other ideas. And othering can be based on a wide range of attributes, including a long list: age, disability, ethnicity, nationality, race, political, religion, sexual orientation, skin color, economic status. And then let's don't forget the sports teams rivalries. There's an us versus them in that. There's that in schools. Oh, they're freshmen, little freshmen. And we kind of got a bad rap here for driving in California. Oh, you must be from California. Californians can't drive at all, And I say, yes, that may be so. And if we truly believe in oneness, we must begin to include the ideas behind it and open ourselves up. These things have historically been excluded in communications and talking and in service and all across the board. Okay, I will say this. I leave it up to Ernest. This is what God says. God is life, not some life, but all life. God is action, not some action, but all action. God is power, not some power, but all power. God is presence, not some presence, but all presence. God is pure spirit, filling all space. There is no othering with this. It doesn't exist. If we truly follow in our hearts and acknowledge that it is a human tendency, compensate for that and say, okay, I'm aware I might be doing a little othering here. Open yourself up. Maybe go have lunch with somebody you've never had lunch with that might have a different view of life than you do. Questions come up as to why do we other? Well, again, categorizing a label, that's a comforting thing for us here on human life. We like to put everything in a box or in its place, this goes here, this goes here. What? You can't put that in that box. Oh no, that doesn't fit there. It's very different. No, we live in a world of multiplicity. Everything fits everywhere. And we need to remember that. Sometimes it serves as a defense mechanism to protect our identity. and maintain security by perceiving others as different. Media plays a huge role. Huge role. I can say there's been a change in that lately, where you're going to see a little bit of difference keeping on happening, where the media portrayals won't lead to so many biased beliefs, which we have formerly been experiencing, a lot of biased beliefs about others who are different. Othering stems in part from our natural tendencies, and the factors that define group boundaries can sometimes be based on physical characteristics such as race or sex. They can be based on nationality or religion. The causes can be lack of education, personal bias, culture, economic instability, generalized beliefs, and personal biases. Here's a funny story some of you may have seen or heard. I'm going to get a drink before I read this one. Okay. The donkey said to the tiger, "The grass is blue." The tiger replied, "No, the grass is green." The discussion heated up and the two decided to go before the lion, the king of the jungle. The donkey began to shout, "Your Highness, is it true that the grass is blue?" The lion replied, "If you believe that is true, then the grass is blue." The donkey continued, "The tiger disagrees with me, contradicts, and annoys me. Please punish him." The king declared, "The tiger will be punished with 5 years of silence." The donkey jumped cheerfully and went on his way. The tiger accepted his punishment, but before he left, he asked the lion, "Why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green." The lion replied, "In fact, the grass is green." The tiger asked, "So why are you punishing me?" The lion replied, "That has nothing to do with the question of whether or not the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is not logical for an intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with a donkey. And on top of that, come and bother me with a question like that." So the worst waste of time is arguing with a fool and fanatic who does not care about truth or reality, but only the victory of his beliefs or illusions. So the moral of the story, there are people who, no matter how much evidence we present to them, are not in the capacity to understand, and others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment. They need to be right, even if they're not. So don't get caught in the trap of arguing with those committed to misunderstanding you. You'll never win. And identify when that's happening and find somebody, another circle to be with, maybe. So I'm going to go to the next slide, I think. Yes. Okay, it doesn't take a declaration or an invasion to start a war. All it takes is an us and a them and a spark. Okay, here's a perfect example of this. It's the Robbers Cave experiment. In a series of classic studies conducted by social psychologist Musabar Sharif, I hope I didn't butcher his name. I actually looked it up on Google how to pronounce it. Researchers found that creating division within a group of smaller boys, all white and middle class, could generate tremendous intergroup conflict over even the smallest differences. Known as the Robbers Cave experiment, the study involved 11 and 12-year-old boys attending summer camp who were divided into two groups. When the researchers pitted the two groups against each other in the competition, intergroup conflicts and hostilities quickly emerged. Each group perceived the other group as having a host of negative traits, while believing their own group possessed positive traits. While group cohesiveness and cooperation improved within each group, the boys became increasingly hostile towards each other. So I think that is a perfect example of it doesn't take a declaration or an invasion to start a war. All it takes is a spark. An us and a them and a spark. These boys were fine with each other. There was no us and them until after this experiment. So it clearly shows us that. I think we're called to remember diversity has very important benefits. And it's good to spend time with people who are different. It's important for your growth. It's important for all of our growth. It allows us to look outside of ourselves and perhaps see and experience someone else's world and experience. And that helps us open even a little bit more. And a little bit more. Each time we do that, we're filled with more understanding, more compassion, more growth. And we learn new things that we didn't ever think that we would miss not knowing. Learning new things is powerful. We can be aware of language, the terms that we use to define social groups. Terms often serve to just enhance or put a light on the otherness. Identities are multi-dimensional and intersectional. Broaden your circle. Again, we already said that. Speak up. If you don't understand, ask. And I think that we are all here at this time, individual expressions of God. We all have our unique gifts. Don't be afraid to shine your gifts. Don't be afraid to be different. Stand as strong in them and let yourself be. Your mind will thank you, your heart will thank you, and your body will thank you. I have one last thing that I'd like to do here. In the very beginning of thinking about my talk, I had a lot of flags coming to me, and I made me very nervous. Why? I don't like to talk about politics too much. You know, I kind of keep to myself with that. So I found something to do that serves my highest good and understanding. So what I have here, the color white. What I did was looked into the universal principles behind colors. And I'm going to apply them. So here we have this white flag. What do you think of when you see this? Surrender. Let's change that thinking. Let's move it into something different. Let's move it to its universal principles, which I'm going to tell you right now. White, purity, innocence, and clarity. Clarity. That's what it is. Color red. The principles of red is often associated with passion, energy, and power. Let's all claim this power, passion, and energy. Let's claim it. Blue, here we come with the blue. It's often associated with calmness, stability, and trust. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful principles. And it also brings peace, harmony, and loyalty. Wow, I really want these to be my experience. And I claim them. I invite you to do the same. I am going to now Put it all together. Red, white, and blue. These colors are commonly associated with many countries' flags and symbolize important values such as freedom, bravery, unity. And as a spiritual community, we can embody the different inherent quality within us to support a unified, free country rooted in bravery, love, and unity. I say yes.
Yes. Yes.
And so it is.
Let's do a change is gonna come, Maya. I was born by the river in a little tin. Oh, just like the river I've been running in the sands. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keeps telling me, don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know this change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother. I say, brother, 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 won't you help me please? And he winds up knocking me right back down on my knees. No, please, there's been times that I didn't think, no, that I couldn't last for long, but now I'm able to. I think I can get it on. It's been a long
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Now, this is a time of our service when we just thank God for being here. This is a time for giving. This is a time for just reveling in the joy of the Center for Spiritual Living of Temecula Valley. And we are so grateful. We're just so grateful for this beautiful community. I would like to invite our ambassadors to come forward. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Beth, for being here. Warm welcome to these beautiful ladies for their service. And as we know, the Center for Spiritual Living of Temecula Valley is a teaching community. And your gifts enable us to do all the things that we want to do. Going out and changing the world one person at a time. Through classes, through events, through workshops, through the wonderful messages by our speakers, the guidance of our beautiful Reverend Charlene. Just so grateful. So thank you. Thank you for your donations, for all of you who donate online. Thank you. All of you who do auto pay, thank you. And there are just so many ways to give. So thank you. Thank you for your gifts today. So please join me in the blessing of these tithes, gifts, and donations by placing your hand on your heart. And let us together, we say, Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything that I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Keep it going, God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Thank you. Thank you to our wonderful lady. Thank you. And now I would like to welcome to the podium Sandra Gregson, who has our announcements today.
Let me just get a look at you guys. I'm so thankful for my center. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we've got a lot going on coming up. The book study club, hosted by practitioners Ann Woodward and Julie Nims, will be reading the book The Genius of Empathy, written by Judith Orloff. They will meet online via Zoom starting August 7th at 10 a.m. The sign-up sheet is on the activities table outside. CSL TV is headed to the ballpark on August 30th. Tickets are on sale in the office. We plan on tailgating before the game and staying for the great fireworks show at the end. Join us for a fun family night out at the baseball park. We are excited to announce a 3-week workshop coming up in August, recognizing diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the creation of the beloved community. This will be facilitated by Rev. Dr. Victoria Bomberry, based on the book Stained Glass Spirit by CSL practitioner Dr. Tracy Brown. This workshop will explore the roots of our beloved community and how the CSL global vision supports inclusive communities. This will begin August 11th at noon and continue August 18th and 25th. The cost is $40. Come to join Dr. Victoria to explore how we can better serve our community with radical hospitality and generosity of spirit. Thursday, September 5th, the Gifts of Spirit group will be hosting a meditative painting workshop, Embrace Your Divinity. Ooh, that sounds really exciting. This will be led by I don't know how to say her last name, Quartz. Come and discover the divine within you and paint a portrait of your higher self through meditation and creativity. Embrace your higher self and transform your inner vision into a beautiful work of art. And she really does really good work. I would suggest if you can go do it. No prior art experience is necessary to participate in the workshop. All painting supplies will be provided, and you will be surrounded by a supportive community of like-minded individuals, all on a similar path of self-discovery and healing. The sign-up sheet is on the activities table. The Divine Wholeness family is meeting the second Thursday of each month, open to anyone interested in energy healing. They meet to share a commitment to healing and discuss different healing modalities. If interested, please add your name to the sign-up sheet on the activities table. And if anybody's wondering about the dance club, the last Thursday of this month, Club 80s in Corona. I believe it's the 29th. Thanks.
Thank you, Sandra, so much. As you can see, we've got a lot going on. So I would like to thank all of our volunteers today to help make this service so beautiful. Once again, I'd like to thank Laura for her beautiful talk and our wonderful band. And now we're going to have a little bit of a closing prayer. I invite all of our practitioners to please stand. As you know, this is the healing arm of our community. And your practitioners are here and available to support you during any of those tough times. We all know that sometimes life can get just a little bit rocky. And please seek out a practitioner whenever you need support at any time. We are here to support you. And in closing, there it was.
It's not on there real well. Sorry. Can you just put it down too? Oh, it's good. I won't touch it again. Power of a practitioner.
That's right.
Leave it down. Leave it down.
See, we have fun here. But thank you, and let us just come together just one last time today. Thank you, God. Thank you for this beautiful, loving, supporting community. Thank you for the grace of today. Thank you for our wonderful speaker, our amazing band, and all of the volunteers who helped to make today possible. I absolutely know that we are one. And I believe in oneness, as I believe that every person in this sanctuary believes. We are all one. We are all guided and supported by the one divine spirit. All we need to do is just reach out and say, support me, divine spirit. Be there for me. And Spirit is there. Spirit is here. There's no separation. And just in closing, I just want to close with a few words. Yesterday there was a beautiful celebration of life for Reverend Catherine Economo. We believe there was probably 500 people in attendance. And I just want to say, as I know each of us in this room knows, she is at peace. Dear Spirit, please bring peace and comfort to her beautiful family. And Reverend Catherine, fly free. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. And together let us say, and so it is.
Let's stand for our closing song. We've got a new one for August, Walking on Sunshine. I used to think maybe you love me, now baby I'm sure. Just can't wait till the day that you walk on my door. Now every time I go for the mailbox, gotta hold myself down, 'cause I just can't wait till you write